Headlines most affecting Abbotsford this week. 158 unmarked graves have been confirmed in a Stolo report. Charges have been laid in an Abbotsford stabbing. Guess who's back? TEDx will be back in Abbotsford. And a ton of local high school football and a little bit of soccer on the side. Peter Lehn will have more in sports. Our guests this week include, talking about football, Frank Logan of the Lower Mainland Football Referees Association as well, representatives from TEDxAbbotsford. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. Last week, Stolo Nation officials provided an update on their work into the missing children and unmarked burials in the Fraser Valley at 3 former residential school sites. And so far, they have confirmed 158 deaths. So it breaks down this way. 37 died at Kokalitsa Residential School. That's on the Stolo grounds. 96 died at Kokalitsa Indian Hospital. 5 died at All Hallows School in Yale. And 20 died at St. Mary's in Mission. Stolo Chief David Jimmy was among a number of speakers and a very tough swallowing of information. Jimmy was very concerned about the recent Trudeau federal government shuffle that has stalled much of the information gathering on these burial sites and what the Truth and Reconciliation Commission has been doing. We have offered an invitation for Chief Jimmy to come on set to discuss the findings. Also, there are 3 days of events and ceremonies at St. Mary's. It is open to the public Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but a caveat: do not record anything on your cell phone. Orange Shirt Day in recognition of Truth and Reconciliation is Saturday, September the 30th, and it will be a federal stat, so that will be observed on the Monday. There are a number of events in the Fraser Valley that you can be involved with, and closer to Abbotsford, it's called Walk Beside Us, a commemorative event at Civic Plaza, which is Thunderbird Square, on Saturday. That'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Back on September the 16th, Abbotsford police responded to a stabbing at a residential complex on McCallum Road. The event resulted in 2 victims being rushed to hospital with life-threatening stab wounds, and a suspect was arrested after self-inflicted injuries. So as a result of the investigation, Abbotsford Police Major Crime have charged 33-year-old Tu Quan Tran with 2 counts of aggravated assault. Now, this also uncovered the event that was being called intimate partner violence, and calling attention to the often serious level of violence amongst relationships. This coming just as we are getting into October, which is also known as Purple Light Nights. This year's TEDxAbbotsford is coming up November the 30th at UFE in the Student Union Building. 2 of the organizers will be joining us in a moment to talk about what's going to be talked about at TEDx. Fall's arrival in the Fraser Valley brings the return of shorter days, cooler temperatures, and the law for winter tires. And you got to have them on your car starting Sunday, October the 1st. And we've already seen snow on the Okanagan Connector. Snow is not that far away for the Coquihalla. And by the way, the winter tire rules are in place until next April the 30th. The annual Abbotsford Library Shredding event is coming up Saturday, September the 30th from 10 to 1. That'll be at the back parking lot of the Seven Oaks Shopping Center. Monies raised help Abbotsford libraries keep the doors open and the books on the shelves. Also, funds go to support special programs for all 3 Abbotsford libraries. So the first bag or box is $10. Additional bags and boxes, $5 each. They will accept cash and debit and credit cards, and no need to worry about removing the staples or the paper clips. It's also a very secure way to dispose of your personal and private documents. Coming up, we'll be talking a lot of football with Peter Lehn in sports, and also our first of 2 interviews, Frank Logan with the Lower Mainland Football Referees Association, and of course, TEDxAbbotsford. This week continues with Frank Logan with the Lower Mainland Football Referees Association. This is going to be an interesting weekend for all of us, and something a little bit different, and I think this is a really great idea for what you guys are going to be doing with referees and community football. What's the plan for, I guess, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for all the games you're involved with?
Correct. It is. We have a game Friday night. I think we have 3 games. I don't know all of the locations, but we are going to have one of the locations is in Chilliwack, and we're going to have 3 games on Saturday, and I think 3 games on Sunday, which involve the Vancouver Mainland Football League. And so yeah, we're just wearing our orange shirts in commemoration of the weekend.
It's really cool that I mean, we joke about the zebra stripes and everything else. Uh, the how did it take a lot of phone calls to put all this together, or was this everybody just came together all at once and said we're going to wear the shirts?
Well, the idea of early August here, and we took it to our executive, and they loved the idea. So I had a couple of connections that kind of fell through, but I pulled on some coattails of some people that I knew, and they connected me with the liaison with the BC Lions, and it kind of went. We went smooth after that. I emailed the person, and the very next day they said that with the guy that supplies them with the shirts, and we picked them up on Monday at 2 o'clock.
Oh, that's unbelievable. That makes my heart sing. How many referees in total do?
Um, I'm not really sure of the. We're going to be somewhere right around 35 or 40 officials that are actually working this weekend. We have about 55 on our roster.
Fantastic. Frank Logan, Lower Mainland Football Referees Association. And the other thing, too, it looks like we're going to have some really good weather for this. Big thank you for coming on at the last minute here.
Oh, no problem. It was my pleasure. I just also like to say that anybody that interested in reffing, they can go to our website, yeah, lmfra.ca, and it would have all the information that you would need to uh, come and officiate with us.
Fantastic. Thanks again, Frank. And you're watching
Thank you.
this week. This week continues with a couple of people who you're going to know what they do with TEDxAbbotsford, and that's Melanie Beerda, Jeremy Sieben. TEDxAbbotsford itself started, 2017? Couple of blips, a little COVID thing came in. Have we missed one? No. Did we miss last year?
Last year we took a break, but this year we're back full force, ready to have some fun.
If you've never been to any type of a TEDx, doesn't matter where it is, I guess there is a theme or a mission statement. What is it?
So this event specifically, the theme itself is sandbox. So when it comes to sandbox, that's where innovation takes place. That's where creativity takes place. That's where things like happy accidents, they take place. These fearless speakers that we're gonna have coming on stage, they're going to give you something that you'll be able to take home with you.
I like the line fearless speaker, and the reason being, if you're thinking you're gonna sit through really dull people, no, you're not. Some of the people that are coming up, I know you don't wanna play favorites, but who's your favorite? Or at least mention a few names that'll bring us in.
We have some incredible speakers that are gonna be making it onto that stage. Have you ever had the question, Don, should I trust AI?
Welcome to media, yes, more than once.
If you have had that question, you're definitely gonna wanna be at this show.
Okay.
Have you ever had the question, what is the power behind words and what they can do to influence people?
Yeah, very cool. And who's speaking on that?
So those two speakers, the first one is gonna be Aaron.
Yeah.
The next
What's Aaron's last name?
Aaron Hunter.
Aaron Hunter, okay.
Next is gonna be Les Talvio.
Okay, from Cyrus Center.
Absolutely.
Right. Very cool.
Very powerful speech from that man. We also have Sanaya Kushnel. She's gonna be reiterating imposter syndrome and reframing your mind to overcome this.
Oh, very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Now, where's the event going to be located? This is November the 3rd, I believe, yeah?
November the 3rd, and we're going to have it at UFV in Abbotsford
Okay, Everett Hall or?
in the Student Union
Oh,
building.
Student Union, okay.
Everett Hall in the SUS building.
Okay. Now, these have to be put together with a little bit of money. We got to plug the sponsors, and I know there's a list of them, but so let's make sure that we get everybody in there.
Yeah, so our title sponsor is the Abbotsford Tech District. Our gold sponsor is the University of Fraser Valley. And our silver sponsor is Community Futures. And bronze is BCIT. And then we've got a number of in-kind sponsors as well. And we are also still looking for sponsors. So if you want to partner with us, we'd be happy to have you on board.
So if somebody wants to sponsor, just get on your social media?
Yeah, you can contact us through our website, either TEDxAbbotsford.com, or you can email us at info@TEDxAbbotsford.com, and we'd be happy to start the conversation.
Ticket prices, how much is this going to cost me? And am I looking at an 8-hour day sitting there and taking all this in?
Yeah, so as far as the ticket prices go, the base ticket is $49. If you are a student, you will get a discount, which comes to roughly $39. You're looking at a time frame between 4 and 11:30 p.m.
Very good. Okay, and again, social media everywhere for TEDx Abbotsford. And November the 3rd, we'll see you there. It's great to have you guys back because we missed you.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And again, all over social media to find out more information. Again, thank you two for joining us. You're watching This Week in Abbotsford.
This week in Abbotsford sports. Canada had the chance to shake off a disappointing run at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup by booking their spot at Paris 2024. They made the most of it and will now get the chance to defend their Olympic gold medal in women's soccer. In front of an energetic Toronto crowd on Tuesday night, Canada defeated Jamaica 2-1. Combined with a 2-0 win on Friday, Canada wins the two-game series 4-1 on aggregate and has qualified for next summer's Olympics. Chilliwack's Jordan Huitema, who had just come on as a second-half substitute, used her head, quite literally, to put Canada up 2-1. It was her 17th career goal for Canada, and it sent the crowd into delirium. The Paris 2024 Olympic Games are July 26 to August 11th. Jordan plays pro in Seattle with the OL Reign. The BC Football Conference, in collaboration with the 7 teams, announced the cancellation of the scheduled game between the Langley Rams and the Okanagan Sun that was unable to be played back on August 19th due to the fires and smoke in the interior of BC. The game could not be rescheduled, and this could have an effect on the playoffs. Both the Valley Huskers and the Rams are 5-2 and in 3rd and 4th place respectively, the final 2 playoff spots. Any ties in the standings will still be broken in accordance with the BCFC rules and regulations. Meanwhile, the Langley Rams recorded their 3rd straight win, getting it done on both sides of the ball as they downed the Vancouver Island Raiders 56-23 at Nanaimo's NDSS field on Saturday. This coming weekend, the Rams host the Valley Huskers at Langley's McLeod Athletic Park in a battle for 3rd place. Action begins at 4 p.m. The offenses for both the Robert Bateman Timberwolves and the John Barsby Bulldogs started off hotter than the September sun, but the Wolves' defense locked down in the second half to earn a 35-21 win in last Friday's regular season opener. The game was a rematch of the 2022 AA provincial title game, which saw Bateman capture its first ever championship banner. The win puts Bateman at 1-0, and they take on the Abbotsford Panthers on Friday. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. The W.J. Mowat Hawks hosted Notre Dame at Rotary Stadium for the final preseason game for both clubs. The Hawks lost 21-14. The Hawks open the AAA season on Friday when they host Mount Doug at Rotary Stadium. University basketball is heading down the highway. Abbotsford-based UFV Cascades men's basketball and the men's squad from Trinity Western University in Langley are heading for Sardis Secondary. This will be a regular season game that will count in the standings and help programs for both the high school and UFV. The game is Thursday, October 5th and more information can be found on the social media of all three schools. No word if this will be repeated with any Abbotsford High School program. And after the break, we have Cari with the weather.
abbyTV long weekend weather. Cari, are we expecting decent weather for all the events around Truth and Reconciliation?
Yes, Dawn, it does look like it's going to be quite lovely this weekend. 18 and sunny and 20 on Saturday. Sunday, it's going to get a little bit more cloudy, but still appropriate weather to take your kids out to different events that are happening. But look at that. Next week, we are back to rain again. And I, for one, have definitely been smelling the farmers out there trying to get their harvest in between the rainstorms. And my favorite smell is not the smell of money. It's actually the smell of rain. Fun fact, the smell of rain is actually called petrichor, which comes from two Greek words, petra, meaning stone, and itcher, meaning flowing from the veins of the immortals. Hopefully everybody takes time this weekend to do something that is meaningful to them. Have a good week.
Thanks, Cari. And this has been a very difficult week in news. And as we head into the long weekend, we think it's a great time for reflection with your family. Please spend a moment thinking about why we do have Truth and Reconciliation Day, Orange Shirt Day. I hope this leads us towards greater inclusion in our community and a better understanding for one another. Thank you for watching. I'm Don Lehn.